Yeah, that startled me. Welcome back. It's probably gonna be in like 4 or 5 damn videos. But anyways, it was like Rupert the elephant, and he would tell stories to his kids about him going off on adventures. Sneaking away and going off on adventures. He's like, because they would get in trouble doing something, and then he's like, oh, this reminds me of when I was younger, and then by the end of the story, they were like, well, what did Grandpa, how did Grandpa punish you? And he was like, oh, he's like, that's a story for another time, and then it would end, and stuff like that. It was interesting. It's like, you never saw them get in trouble, but yet their being in trouble was having to listen to their father talk about how he got in trouble for the same thing. It was interesting. It was like, Sometimes the mother was, would be in the room, and she would go, she would stop in mid-story and say, you're not telling it right. And then it would go to her version of the story. And then he was like, well, you have this under control. And she's like, no, stay right there. You need to hear the story properly. It's like, I don't want you filling our children's heads with nonsense and blah, blah, blah. It was adorable. They had a cute little dynamic. But, yeah, I found that while Yins were away. It's like, I have no way of turning this down or whatever, but it's kind of loud. It's like, I swear I heard something over in that direction, but everything's really dark and I can't see. I'm conserving electricity. But, yeah. I still wake up periodically. I don't know what it is. So one day, whatever's watching me or whatever is gonna come out and it's gonna go, I've been watching you. You're a weird, bug or whatever. It's like, why the hell? Just move. I'll be like, are you sure you don't want to cuddle? I get cold. Yeah, I'm not weird. But, so, I was watching this one YouTuber. He said that people have this fright or fawn. I was like, what? I was like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? I was like, are they supposed to fawn over their attacker? What is... I was like, I don't understand. But I was like, I thought it was fight, flight, or freeze. The 3 F's. You're, like, people are normally 3 different things. They either, well, I mean, everybody gets frightened, but during a life or death situation, they either freeze, they try to fight, or they flee. And he was saying that the 3 methods were fight, freeze, or fawn. And I was like, wait, what? Wait, are people fawning over things that they're scared? I was like, this doesn't compute. But it just reminded me of what I was like, yeah, I'd cuddle just because I'm desperate. I'm sorry. I also watched this damn thing about, well, not quite watched it, but I skimmed over it. People get starved for human interaction and everything, and this person decided to make this whole 52 minutes or 56 minute, it was about 50 minutes worth of a explanation of why. And I was like, I know why. I don't need to be, I don't need you to explain why people, we're social creatures, okay? So, we have this innate drive to seek out, you know, like-minded people, as well as, you know, for friends, for social, you know, I just, and for, you know, anyways, you know, that stuff. And, it drives people to have more, children and whatnot, but it's what we do as a species. We find, nice people, we settle down with said nice people, or surround ourselves with nice people, and if you're not surrounding yourself with nice people, kind of a sadist or a masochist, because, like, dude, why do you want to torture yourself? It's kind of crazy. So, I'm gonna drop this off. Oh, that's two different things. That's rooted dirt. Okay, then. But this YouTuber that I was watching, he was reviewing certain things about these two people. Well, they were ghost hunters, and people recommend, what is it called? Information if people are actually being honest while they're ghost hunting and whatnot. And I was like, okay, well, this is interesting. This is not what he normally does. So I had immediate intrigue. And I was like, okay, sure. I've seen these other people. It's like, I bite at least, well, in a sense, I bite at least anything that pops up on my feed, just to see a feel for it, like what the hell it is, whatnot. I have seen some crazy things. Like, dude, I worry why they put these things on my feed. I'm just like, it's like, do I look these things up, honestly? I mean, why do you put this? I was like, so many people who complain, too. I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand that. I really, truly understand why they throw people at me who complain. But, oh, nice. I'll just put it right there. I only put one down. Thank you. So. And, I don't even want to mention some of the stuff that I've watched. I really don't. Because I know some people might look this up, and I don't want the wrong audience to look this up. Because if you're not of age and you look up some of this stuff, you might get scarred. It's that bad. And I've even had, like, some of this stuff recommended to me, like, by other people. It's like, hey, you need to watch this. And I'm like, what is it? It's like, no, gotta watch it. I'm not gonna ruin it. Just watch it. And I'm like, what? It's like, I don't want to watch it unless I know what it's gonna be about. I watched it. Curiosity, I swear. I'm ashamed of myself, I swear. But I watched it and I got a little horrified. And I've watched some crazy horror movies, I tell you what. And again, I don't want to recommend any of these movies because, yeah, they might do some stuff. It was on Netflix and I watched it and I was like, yeah. I was like, don't ever watch this movie. And my ex was like, why? I was like, what is it? I was like, don't watch this movie. I am telling you right now. It was pretty bad. Like, make you need to like take a shower and wish for better times kind of bad. I mean, it was really bad. And it was just rated R. I mean, there wasn't any special rating on it. It's horror. Rated R. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'll bite. Has a weird name. Yeah. So, I have a good feel for when a movie's gonna be good just by looking at the cover and reading like maybe that 2-minute, 3-minute little explanation of what's going on. I don't read the reviews, like, because most of the time these people get paid just to give them a good review. This one movie that I watched, it was like made in the late 80s, early 90s maybe, and it was about this, I don't know if I could explain this without getting a strike. Someone who likes exotic food, and the exotic food ends up doing exotic things to them. I don't know how else to explain it. But anyways, he went on this magical adventure after eating this exotic food, and it was quite an interesting story. I mean, it was one of those B-rated movies, like really low budget, and it ended up being quite the story. And I was like, dude, they need to get big and remake this, because this was hilarious. I mean, it was just downright hilarious. And all the pic on it showed was a few exotic plants and like the main actor and actress. It was quite the movie, but I was told that I have to pick the movie out every single time after that. That was when blockbusters were a thing. Yeah, super long time ago. They used to have like these family movie shops here and there, and then Blockbuster took over those shops, and then Redbox took over that, and then Netflix took over Redbox, and it's a whole lot of what are they, capitalism, I guess that's what they call it. Better quality, better merchandise, blah blah blah. I don't think people like going out to actually get movies. You know what I mean? People still use those red boxes. But more often than not, people are willing to sit there and scroll for like hours just to find something on Netflix or Hulu or Tubi, or is it Tubby? I think it's Tubi. Free movie platform, Tubi. Pluto as well, that's free too. I don't know if they are in the future, but as of my time right now, they are. They keep dropping, like, the signal keeps dropping on me, but it sucks, but it's awesome. Because I get these crazy movies that I could just go through, like, movies from the 80s, from the, some of them from the 70s. It's like some really, really old movies. And I don't mind the low quality of the picture. For Halloween, I went through all the, like, Friday the 13th. And this guy was saying how, Jason never actually, held a chainsaw. I was like, no, that's a lie. He had a little mini, chainsaw once. It wasn't a huge one, it was just a little one. He was running through the woods with someone. And then he had to stop and actually get it going. While his victim was just, like, trying to, that was a pet in the shop for 1 coin. Dude. I did not know that there's a pet in the shop. Sorry, I read that out loud. Anyways, I don't think he's gonna be watching this, but thanks for the heads up if you do. Of course it wants to be difficult. Okay. Oh, yes, I want one of those. These things take your money and run potential familiars. It's like, yeah, I'm kind of gonna need like this much money if I'm gonna be your familiar, your friend, you know. So just, you know, just hand it over if you want to think about having me as your friend. And most of the time they just run. They take the money and they run. It's like, you motherfucking, I hate it. They give a probability too. Like this, here, let me. That guy right there. See that guy? See how many I have? I decline them. I have like 50 of them so far, and I don't have like any schematics to use with him. But anyways, I just have the 50 on hand just in case. He is a, let me see what kind of, I don't remember what the blue one means, but it's not epic. Of course he doesn't have any. So you can either, there's a 20% chance for success, or this is 100% with the bribing. No, I'm not wasting those little gems, and I'm just gonna decline. But when the big red guy, like Jevikin or something, like whatever his name is, I need 3 of those to combine to make this character called Jeevis, which is pretty pretty up there. He's a legendary character. Not quite as good as a mythic, but if I get 5 of those legendary Jeeves and I combine them with some other characters, then I can make a mythic. I don't even know the schematics for that, but still, the character is pretty good. I'm collecting them. Doing the whole mad scientist thing. Dang it. Declining. Alright, so, whoops. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm considering maybe that person who was like talking about the Mandela effect. Sorry, I didn't even know what the hell it was called. Maybe he was saying some, I don't know, some YouTubers go about saying wrong information just so they can be corrected in the comments. Like this one person, he kept calling these leopards cheetahs. It was annoying the hell out of me. I was like, they're clearly leopards. I mean, the cheetahs don't even look like that. And then he was calling like cheetahs jaguars, and I was like, are you flipping? I mean, I got into those comments, and I was like, I just ended up reading so many people correcting him on both the leopards actually being leopards, and some even went as far as leaving like a paragraph. I was like, wow, that's quite the description. It was like very detailed. He went into like how the males and the females look just slightly a little different, and it was, whoops, I did not want to do that. I wanted to do this. But it was very fascinating to me. I was like, wow. I was like, these people really know what they're doing. And one of them was like claimed to be a zoologist, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. he got into the kilograms about how much the males weighed versus the females on a steady diet and whatnot. It's like most of the ones we get are malnourished and cubs from their mothers because excess hunting and yada. But anyways, so I was wondering whether this person who was like, I was looking up, well, not really looking up, I was watching these conspiracy things, and I was just like, because I don't really understand the whole Mandela effect, and I was trying to get a better grasp of it. It just brought up more questions. I was like, wow. And I believe in alternate dimensions and whatnot because, like, dude, things happen all the time, and they were like, oh yeah, because like we're static, or compared to other people, you have to think that light years away, if there is a civilization and they did get a hold of our media and whatnot, they would think that we're already gone, but yet we're still here. You know what I mean? And what if they could interact with us? You know? They would think that it already had happened and that they were just what is it called? Continuing on the events of what the future was supposed to be. But in all actuality, if they had never interacted, things might have gone a whole hell of a lot different. So it just goes into the notions of what was that called? Time alteration, and you know, the question of whether or not you could actually change your future by changing the past, kind of thing. I mean, that whole theory and everything. Oh, flip, I need food. That's gonna suck if I run out. I think I have some up in the other chest, but looking at it this way, people think that light years away, in the grander scheme of things, that's so far we're seeing dead lights, okay? We're technically seeing lights from another time. Yeah, by the time certain people would get to these areas where the light might have like these oh damn, I put it in the wrong one. Where someone might okay, so it's hard to explain. It's like really hard to explain. If time is not a factor, okay, I know we're on a linear time schedule and whatnot, and everything's moving forward, but if time is not a factor for certain entities or beings and whatnot, they would, and probably they would be interacting with us, regardless of whether or not we wanted them to or not, or if there were rules in place or whatnot, okay? So it stands to reason how much they could alter certain events to fit their benefit, you know? Not only their benefit, but others' benefit. Sorry, I'm going way into the theories. Let's talk about something else. Anyways, so how was your day? a curious mind, okay? I can't help it. And I go into weird places sometimes with it. But it happens. I mean, it's good to consider things. I feel like what are those things called? Those certain types of cars are gonna come roll up again, and should be fun. Who knows? You know, I might have a few days. It's nothing like a well-dressed man, you know, especially those pale ones. So, moving on. So I was watching some Bigfoot stuff, and I'm grasping at straws here. Just go with the Bigfoot, okay? There was a family who caught some footage of a Bigfoot in Utah. It was interesting. And yeah, that's what we're talking about. Bigfoot. I do believe in Bigfoot. I don't think there's anything else in here that I can fill other than the dirt. Let's swap that. Yeah, with this one. Be fine. Put gravel down. And the other kind of dirt. Oops. I might have to make more chests. It's interesting how all the chests look the same. I know there's someone out there and like, no they don't. There's big ones and little ones, and no, it's these chests. Minecraft. But let's see. I do not have any food down here, but I might have some upstairs. I mean, I can wait a little. Okay, so that way really don't want these to expire. Okay. I thought that was redstone for a second there. Wait, how far? So I don't overshoot it. Not that it'd be that bad if I did, but just trying to do this in a grid pattern. Just a bit. can imagine them combing through flipping Minecraft stuff just to... That'd be so annoying. So very annoying. Whatever. Sorry. At least I'd actually see someone. But, yeah. Still working on getting that, job. So sad. I'd like to say I'm one of those people who think the glass is, half full and whatnot, but like my cup is kind of cracked and the water's going everywhere and I keep trying to fill it up because if it empties it's gonna be way worse than anything you can imagine, and I'm trying to fix the crack in the process. It doesn't work, you know? Anyways, so how's your day going? Yeah, we went through that already? My bad. Alright. So. When it's good, it's good. Until some weird thing happens, and then it's like, again? Why? Why now? It's like everything was fine. It's like I just bought a couple of shirts. We're good, you know. It's like, it's because I went into fashion, isn't it? It's like this is fashionable. And I thought it was pretty colors, and I like spirals, so whatever. But sorry, I like to do this proper. Okay. So it's like those people who they put like a new decal on their car or something, and then all of a sudden they get a flat tire. Then after they get that, they've changed all of their tires. Something in the engine breaks. It's like, why? It's like, is the engine jelly of the tires? What? Shouldn't it work better with the new tires? I mean, what's going on? It's like, oh yeah, you have enough money to buy a little decal or sticky for one of the windows in your car. No. Gonna bust your tire now. It's like, flip this. It's like, are you kidding me? I don't understand that logic. I'm like, what did they do in order to deserve that? I knew someone who just put 4 brand new tires on their car, and then a deer hit them. So then they had to do like some work on the engine because it like wrecked the front. They had to get a new windshield. I was like, wow, are you okay? And she was like, yeah. Like, I'm fine. I was like, was the deer okay? I was like, yeah, it walked off, it ran. I don't know. It's like, okay. I was like, well, is insurance gonna cover it? And she's like, no. She's like, I just bought 4 new tires. And I was like, whoa. And I was like, well, how are you getting to work? It's like, dude. It's like karma had a thing for her, too. I'm still trying to figure out what I did to deserve that. I probably didn't speak up for myself enough, maybe. I should have just been like, hey, no, you douche. Leave me the hell alone, I don't want to talk to you. Instead, I was quiet. And that, I guess that quietness ended up, making me an easy target. It's like, I like to avoid conflict at all available options. Not unless I am, like, thrown in it do I actually have to deal with it. I really hate conflict. I really, really hate it. And then when violence comes into it, I'm just like, no, come on, dude, come on. Yeah, this coming from a gamer who sits there and, like, laughs maniacally and charges into battle. I was like, I get my thrill through my video games. I don't need it in my daily life. I have it in video games. Zombie attacks, yeah. Nobody's gonna sit here and morally attack me because I'm attacking the zombie for my life. I mean, dude, I don't go out of my way to try to kill them. If they come after me, I attack back. I'm good with that sense. But the thing is, where I live, you do that, you get in trouble. You get in massive trouble. It's like, oh no, you thought you could live a peaceful life? No, we're gonna throw some angry females at you that have nothing better to do than spread rumors about you, so have fun. Have loads of fun. I love women. I love men. I'm not against either one. I don't care if you like another woman. I don't care if you like another man. As long as everything's consensual and everybody's, happy, I'm good. I love love. I am, so it's like, what more do these people want from me other than, oh my goodness, and she was so angry about it. I remember all of these things that she would just sit here and try to attack me with. Like, if I was, like, having a good day and I was, like, humming while doing my job, there was an attack. I had to hide that I was having a good day. Honestly, I'm like, what is wrong with people? I mean, I generally like having good days. I mean, I'm not an anti-good day person. I like good days. And then there was like she'd come over and talk about stuff that she kind of forced me to. Okay, so I was homeless for a little while. And she said that she needed to know if I was a psycho or whatnot. So I had to divulge. I was like, you don't want to hear about my past. And she's like, no, I need to know. I need to know you're not a psycho, so you can come live with me and her little 5-year-old son. And I was like, okay, that would definitely help me to get residency and whatnot, because I was having a problem getting, like, help. That McKinley Homeless Act doesn't work if you're not a resident of a place, and it's a whole lot of red tape and catch-22s, and but anyways, moving on. So she had me divulge stuff out of my life that was super personal, and I did not want to talk about it. And I told her I didn't want to talk about it, and then she kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and I was like, fine, okay, alright. And this was all at the expense of I could have a warm place to, sleep until I got up on my feet. And I was like, okay, the most I could do, the least I could do is express a little bit of myself and explain certain things I've been through. So, she asked questions, I gave answers, and she stopped me from giving answers because it was not what she wanted to hear, and it was not stuff that was pleasing to the ears. So I've been through some stuff. I don't like it, and she would bring up that stuff in a cruel manner after she had said